So I grew up in behind Northcliffe Hill, not the posh part of Northcliffe Hill, the other part of Northcliffe Hill. And my mom was working in Santon, and it was a bit of a journey for her to get there every morning. But if her car went in for a service or if it broke down, there was no way for her to get to work. And my mom in the 1970s thought, wow, imagine if you could get a few minibuses and have them go from area to area around Joburg and create this internal transport system. So she had this brilliant idea, and we immigrated actually briefly to the United States. And when we came back, guess what? Everyone else had minibuses and everyone else had minibus taxis. Imagine how different South Africa would be if my mom ran those minibus taxis. But the difference was that she had come up with an idea and she didn't know what to do with it. Someone else came up with an idea and they knew what to do with it, and they took it to the next level. I'm also one of those very annoying people who eat pizza with a knife and fork. And I don't like getting my fingers dirty. And eating slap chips when I was a teenager, I was like, why has nobody invented this little thing that you could stick like a little fork or like little wooden tweezers to keep my fingers clean when I'm eating fast food? And I was going to call them chip fingers. Again, I had a brilliant idea, but didn't know what to do with it. So we often end up with these ideas. I even invented in my head bubble shower. So we have bubble baths. Why not a bubble shower? Like all of these amazing ideas. I could be very rich, but I don't know what to do with them. So Michelle and I have been thinking quite a long time about the 3 pillars that make up a business. And it starts with that idea. What do you then do with that idea? So over to my assistant.
I don't eat pizza with a knife and fork. If I could share screen, Tanya, that would be amazing. I would just like to chat to you guys a bit about how we find that ideas inspire impact.
There we go. I think you should be able to share now, Michelle.
Yes, thank you. There we go. So we found that there's a lot of solopreneurs and small businesses out there that have these kind of ideas that stagnate or don't move forward with them. And we've come up with how we can help and support them in what they are doing and what we are doing in the same way. We propose that there are 3 main pillars in business, and that's that ideas inspire impact. But content forms the foundation. Content, what is content? We get asked this question quite often as we have a business called Content College. Now there's 2 sides of content for us. The one is a feeling, so it's a state of peaceful happiness, and the other is a thing. It is all that messaging and whether it's Elton using it in creating websites or Colin conveying messages, everybody uses content as a thing. So it's the messaging that your business puts out there. Why are ideas so important? Well, all great things start with ideas. We find, as Dawn so nicely illustrated, is that often these ideas, if we don't use them, someone else uses them, or they just die out. So there are 4 ways that we think ideas can be nurtured and used within your business or creating business from those ideas. One is to create or to have a playbook, to have ways to or subjects to have ideas that you can use from other people or from yourself that you can find. To have masterminds is where we get together or where people get together, they share their challenges, their wins, and create new ideas on how to overcome challenges. Another one is to find your tribe, and your tribe is obviously like this group is a tribe in a way. You can find your tribe on a Facebook group, you can find it on a WhatsApp group, You can have a LinkedIn. There are different ways, and especially I think we found great ways to compensate recently in the past year, to find places where people hang out, not necessarily of like-minded, because then the world would be a little bit boring. We don't all eat pizza with knife and fork and things like that, so we need to know these people as well. And another thing is to have some accountability. So often we get stuck in our ways, and we need to kind of create those new ideas. As Earl Nightingale said, everything begins with an idea. The next is that these ideas need to inspire. Inspiration is something that comes from outside, and if we don't put ourselves out there, or we don't learn from mentors and the community, we never find new inspirations, which kind of helps us and awakens us to new possibility. There's also, I have a bit of a psychology background, so the fact that we have mirror neurons is very interesting to me. So when we see someone else having overcome or done something that we struggle with, we can actually overcome or reach different goals easier, because it's a neurological fact. And that's Margaret Fuller's quote is, if you have knowledge, let others light their candles in it. And that is what we kind of inspire as well, to find people that have done amazing things or overcome things that we struggle with, and to show us and our community how we can inspire and be inspired. And then last but not least is these ideas inspire impact. And impact can be within your own business or in your community, because that's what business is. It's creating an impact in the community where you work, or with your audience, or the people that you want to influence, really. To create impact, you need training. You need to learn new things. You need to grow yourself and within your business to have a greater impact, so you can move forwards. And one of these things is to have books, workshops, checklists. All those things make you grow and create an impact on your community. As Jackie Robinson said, a life is not important except in the impact it has on other lives. So within the Content College, we use this ideas inspire impact, but we also found general themes that we think are quite important for businesses, solopreneurs, small businesses. And we've kind of niched them down a little bit to the following 12. And that's confidence. Everything starts with confidence. Can you believe that you can do it? Otherwise, it's kind of pretty much impossible. You have to find the confidence within yourself. Connection, to connect with your community, but also to connect with yourself, because it's important for us to understand ourselves so that we can better connect with those in our audience or in our community. Story and play. If you know Dawn and I in any way, you know story and play are very important to us, and a base of everything we do. Everything is built on story. Story connects people. Know, like, and trust. If I hear the words know, like, and trust, I always think of Tanya. It's very much, people need to know who you are so they can like you and therefore trust you. People do business with people, not with businesses. Creativity is very important, but very, you know, everybody's creative in their own way, and that creativity comes into your business, and you can use it or get other people to help you, but there's a very big element of creativity within business. Adding value, of course, is what most businesses want to do, or most people in business want to do. They want to add value to their environment and the people within it. Mastery, finding mastery, loving yourself, being heard, energy, money matters, and celebration are all very integrated into what we do and what we think is important for smaller businesses. And that's a quick rundown. I know we've run over time a bit, so I'll just leave you with this quote from Elizabeth Gilbert, at some point you got to let go and sit still and allow contentment to come to you. So yeah, through community and understanding and creating content is important.
Thank you very much, Michelle.